and welcome to Pickard Home. In this episode we're going to be hanging the gate at long last. Miriam did a really good job of preparing it in the last video. Whoops. And she left me the easy job of just finishing it off, which is very nice. So what I'm going to do now is take the gate over there. It's still in primer, obviously, because it's much easier to paint both sides when it's actually hung. I've clamped the two gates together. I put some blocks of wood on it just to take some of the weight. But you can see the hinges that I made previously are super strong. So really I could actually take the pieces of wood out, but the weight will actually pull it down and bend the gate slightly. So I'll pop some wood under this side. And it's a little bit low, because obviously we've got the weight of two full gates on one set of hinges. So what I can do is just lift this side up a little bit. All the little chock under that. There we go. Now I made these brackets a little bit too big so I can cut them down. So obviously the top one. As you can see, the holes don't quite line up, so I need just to cut a little bit off this side. The bottom one's all right, so it's just the top one. So I'll mark the bottom one so I can drill this one and chop this one down. I've also put a little nylon washer, well, you can see, just to act as a little bearing for the gate opening. That's on that. I have a little bit of grease. Obviously the pin's stainless steel, the bush is stainless steel. So finally we can get rid of the horrible mesh netting that's been there for far too long, and open the gates with ease, because we don't need to pile the stones on underneath. Unfortunately for me, the gate is nowhere near finished yet. Obviously we've got to paint it, we've got to paint both sides again, and along this bottom edge the gap is there's too big, and the dog will be able to get under there, seeing as though he's so tiny. But what I do have is some really big flat stones. So what I'm going to do is dig down further. The stones are maybe this thick, so I'm going to bury the stones half the thickness deep and make a really nice straight line along the edge. Bury them obviously quite deep, and then level along this edge, put some new gravel in and level all this up. And I've still got some wall to do. As you can see, the top of the wall isn't level yet, and I've this end to finish off. Everybody was so excited, including me, to get the gates on that I kind of skipped a little bit just to get it on, just to see what it looks like. And I don't know about you, but I think it looks really well. And there's a huge big boulder inset in the ground there, so I need to cut into that so I can get this this first stone nice and level. So you're probably thinking, wouldn't it be easy just to chop a piece off the stone? Well, it would, but then that doesn't really solve the problem, because what we want to do is sink the big stones down into the ground. Then they can't move. We're not going to cement them in. What I'll do afterwards is get sand, and we'll get them sat down perfect, and then we'll backfill all around the edge and compact sand into it, because the ground's so hard and it's against rock. When you compact sand in, it levels up the ground underneath the stone. You know, it actually, so all this unevenness, the sand fills it, and then and sand won't compress when it's against a solid surface. So it makes it a really secure bedding. If you think about, you know, brick laid drives, the first thing they do there is they level everything off, and then they give it a coating of sand. And then each individual brick is laid on top of the sand because it doesn't compress. This is the same principle, but we don't have a nice flat surface to do ours. It's all rough and raggy. So we'll get them in, level up as much as possible, and then I'll backfill with sand, compact it all in, and they'll be there for years to come. But they must be set in, because obviously as a tractor rolls over them, or a car, we don't want them to slip out. So if they're sat down in the ground, they can't be pushed out of the way, because they're already well into the ground. Hence having to chisel all this out. I think this is the only one. Just this one huge big boulder here. Should be all right for the rest of it. So the first one is the tricky one. So luckily for me, all the soil here, because the tractor's been driving over this for years and years and years, it's literally ground all the gravel into really, really fine sand. And so I can reuse what I've dug out to pack back in. That's it, I've had enough. Oh. So this morning, before we finish off the gates, we've got to harvest the plums. The plums are not quite ripe yet, but if we leave them to go ripe, what happens is the wasps come and the hornets, and they feast on them like crazy, and it ruins all the fruit. So we just take them maybe 3 or 4 days before they're perfectly ripe, and just let them ripen in the basket. But as you can see, we have quite an abundance, and everybody's here giving us a helping hand to get them all in.
Last year we only got 4 off it. Bit of a contrast, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the 4 were like the size of a grapefruit. They were huge. I've never seen a plum so big. They were lovely.
This year's laden over.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
it might be an idea next year to like take half off when they're tiny.
Yeah.
So it puts more energy to the few.
Yeah, because of these, the plums are quite small because of the very, very hot weather we've had, and there's very little rain. We have a lot of fruit, but they're not huge, but they are super tasty.
There must easily be 40 kilos of fruit here.
Yeah,
That is a heavy basket.
it is. It's something really, really nice. But just being able to walk into your garden and have an abundance like this, it's absolutely superb, and we never get tired of it.
No, I wish I could say, like, it's funny, it gets this time of year and you become like fruit focused.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, and you're walking around garden, you're going, oh, is this ready? Oh, is that ready? I just wish we had some jam making fodder.
Yeah,
Because it's like one of the few things that we're shy of.
yeah.
But
Yeah, and the next thing we're going to do, we're going to also get some cider making equipment.
yes.
Because we've got over 20 apple trees.
Yeah.
And as you can see from this one here, they're absolutely laden with fruit, even though it's been quite a dry year.
Yeah, I was going to say, it would be nice to make jam, but Miriam will get to most of these before they ever see a saucepan. So, yeah,
Okay,
happy days. Well, damn one.
you can eat that.
No, you're right. I've had enough.
So we've finally got our gates on. The wall's built. We still need to obviously do the pointing, and there's the hardware to put on the gates, you know, the catch and the pin. But all in all, it's worked out incredibly well. We put the base stones in to give us a nice level patch so the dog can't get out, you know, he can't even dig his way out. It's solid stone there. So, thank you all for watching. Please be awesome to each other, and remember to make a life, not just a living. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.